The streets of Florence. So as I've been living in Florence for the past 2 months, I've picked up on a couple of things that you should know about the streets. I've come to realize the many differences and similarities between here and back in Pasadena, California, beginning with the easy things, as definitely looking both ways before crossing the street, because the drivers drive really fast on the narrow cobblestone streets. Another thing you'll notice while walking down the streets are motorcycle, bikes, people who may or may not rudely pass you by. The Florentines obviously deal with a lot of tourism throughout the year on a day-to-day basis. So we all remember the huge groups of tourists who we can never seem to make our way through. Yet sometimes we do get the occasionally deserted streets, which actually I wouldn't mind staying away from. Other streets we can clearly see are decorated with outdoor restaurant patios that help attract people to add to the soundtrack of laughter and conversation to the Florentine streets. One other thing to look out for are the dogs and what they leave behind. One of the disadvantages of living in this beautiful city. While dodging the passerbys, buses, bikes, and the doo-doo, we must also try and walk right without tripping over the loose ends of the cobblestones themselves that make up these streets. The streets are consumed by sirens of speeding ambulances and carabinieri, interesting people and children, dogs, and racing motorbikes and bicyclists. The streets are pretty clean considering what they go through on a day-to-day basis, and you will see the occasional water of the leftover cleaning that people try to do in front of their doors. I can never get used to the buses that think that they are small Vespas cruising pretty fastly through the streets. But you have to love and grow accustomed to living on these streets. And